Welcome to Football Scientific. It is week 4 of the NFL season. We're going to go through our predictions and our betting guide for the NFL in week 4. I am Aaron Sarner. I'm right for Last Word on Sports. I cover the Buffalo Bills. Also, I'm right for CFLNewsHub.com. I cover the Hamilton Tiger Cats. We'll have a CFL review and Power Rankings article. Video later today or tomorrow. Okay, going through the CFL happenings this weekend. It was a big weekend in the CFL. It's getting crazy down the stretch before we hit the playoffs. Who knows who's going to win the Grey Cup? No one can tell, honestly. Okay, for the NFL, things are starting to heat up too. We got a lot of great matchups this week between 3-0 and 3-0 teams and 2-1 and 0. It's everywhere. A couple 0-3 matchups for both teams. So the standings are going to change a lot. The power rankings are probably going to change a lot today. But right now, Pittsburgh's smashing the Minnesota Vikings in Ireland. Hopefully Minnesota comes back. I got a few players in Minnesota for fantasy football, hoping they come back and again get a few touchdowns, mainly Jordan Mason, running back. I enjoy my guest host, Tyler Tiger. Tyler Tiger here, ready to go. Talk about NFL predictions. Let's go, NFL. Okay, here we go. All right, so first, we got some NFL injury reports going on. LA Rams, Devontae Adams. He did not practice this week. He has a hamstring injury, but they're saying he's going to be questionable. He'll probably play. Okay, if you're a fantasy owner, these things are important to you. I'm going to go through these injuries, and then you can make your decisions. Rumor at the end of the week, New Orleans Saints running back Alvin Kamara, if he does not have a breakout week this week against Buffalo, is probably a trade candidate. They're going to trade him and try to get some value back for him. Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels is out for a second week. Marcus Mariota is going to start against the Falcons today. He won last week, in case you didn't know. New England Patriots. General Manager Terrell Williams. He's got the defensive coordinator from the New England Patriots. Defensive coordinator Terrell Williams. He has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. That happened at the end of the week. We had some UFL news slip in there. Memphis Showboats re-signed Kai Locksley, former CFL quarterback, playing receiver for them. They re-signed safety Amon Reap. They re-signed punter Matt Mangle. Birmingham Stallions re-signed running back Ricky Person Jr. DC Defender re-signed wide receiver Ty Scott. IFL has re-signed 3 defensive linemen for Tulsa Oilers, Ulrich J. and Claude Daniels. They traded for him. So that's just a quick interlude into the CFL and IFL. That was weird. Okay, back to the NFL. Atlanta Falcons quarterback A.J. Terrell out versus Washington hamstring injury. Okay. New York Giants, Graham Gano, their kicker, is out. Young Ho Koo is expected to make his debut. But they are doing another kicker move. LA Chargers, Mekhi Becton and Will Disley are out versus the Giants. That may hurt them a little bit. Tennessee Chiefs, wide receiver Xavier Worthy is back. He's supposed to be back this week. That might be big for fantasy owners. Tennessee Titans. Running back Khalil Mueller is on the IR. Ankle injury. Boom. Tennessee Titans. I got a running back out. He's on the IR now, extended list. Houston Texans. New York wide receiver Nico Collins is back. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy is back. New York Jets quarterback Justin Fields is back. Dallas Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb is ruled out versus the Sunday night game here against the Green Bay Packers. Wide receiver Jalen Cropper has been elevated from the practice squad to take his place. Chicago Bears tight end Colston Loveland has a hip injury that's expected to be out this week versus the Raiders. Tight end Steven Carlson has been elevated for him. Okay, Cincinnati Bengals tight end Noah Fant has a concussion. Shamar Stewart has an ankle. They're both out for the Monday Night Football game against Denver tomorrow night. Baltimore Ravens defensive tackle Nandi Matabike is on the injured list due to his neck injury. He's going to be out for several weeks. New York Giants, they activate kicker Jude McMatney, okay? Now that's big because they're expected to elevate Young Hoo Koo, but this doesn't appear they're doing that. So they picked him up, but they activated a different kicker in place of Graham Gano, who's on the IR list. Boom! Las Vegas Raiders elevated tight end Albert Owigbaum. Before you freak out, it's not for Brock Bowers. It's for tight end Carter Runyon. Okay? All right, so it's not Brock Bowers. If you're a Brock Bowers owner, he's not out. Kansas City Chiefs, they deactivated defensive tackle Chris Jones. He's on the IR for personal reasons. He's at his aunt's funeral today. Okay, New York Giants. Quarterback Jackson Dart is getting his first start versus the 3-0 LA Chargers. Last time New York Giants started rookie quarterback at 0-3, it was Phil Simms, and they won that game. So I don't have them winning this game this week. New York Jets, they have ruled out edge rusher Jermaine Johnson II and quarterback Jarvis Brokey. Okay, all right, so that gets us, that's the transactions going on, UFL, IFL, NFL transactions going on before the meat of these NFL Week 4 games. Here comes our betting guide. Here we go. So at 1 o'clock, we have several games. New Orleans Saints, 0-3, traveling to Buffalo Bills, 3-0. Buffalo need to take care of business. I wrote an article about them this week. Need to play very aggressive in this game. It's easy to think, well, we should sit back. It's an easy game. We shouldn't lose this game. Now, that's a losing mentality. Come out and attack Spencer Rattler. Attack this team. Blow them out. I got Buffalo win this game 34-16. That's 50 total points. DraftKings agrees with me. They got Buffalo winning by 15.5, and they have an over-under in 47.5. I say Buffalo wins with a money line, and they go over in this game. Tennessee Titans are 0-3. Houston Texans, both teams need a win. But it appears the Texans are in better shape than the Titans right now. Both teams are a wreck, but it looks like the Texans are in better shape. I got Texans defending their home turf against Tennessee Titans 23-16. 39 total points being scored. DraftKings agrees with me. They got Houston Texans at 7.5-point favorites. 2 Tennessee Titans at 7.5-point underdogs. Over under 39.5. Now, because they set the line at 7.5, here's a quick switcheroo. I got Texans winning this game, but if I was betting on this game, I put my money on Tennessee Titans. I don't think the Texans are 7.5 points better than the Tennessee Titans. Okay, Tennessee Titans are banged up, but the Texans have not been playing that well. So if I was putting money in this game, I would go with the Titans with the money line, or not the money line. No, that bad call. But with the points. Okay, I would give them the 7.5 points. I think Tennessee will keep it closer than 7.5. I got them losing by 7. That would get you paid on 7.5 points. Okay. All right. Cleveland Browns at Detroit Lions. Detroit's 2-1. Cleveland's 1-2 after upsetting Green Bay last week. What's going to happen? I think Detroit's going to be on high alert after Cleveland upset Green Bay. They don't want to get upset at home. Detroit's going to ground and pound this game and win 27-17. You got to ground and pound against that defense. Cleveland Browns defense is really good. Okay, even though their offense is shaky at best. So I got Detroit winning this game 27-17. DraftKings agrees with me. They got Detroit winning by 9.5 points. Over on 44.5. I say it goes under because I know Detroit's going to ground and pound in this game to keep Cleveland's defense from making an impact. I'm going money line with Detroit Lions. 9.5-point favorites. I think they'll win by that or more. I got them win by 10, and they go under on this. Okay, because it's going to be a ground and pound kind of game. That's how Detroit's going to beat Cleveland. Okay, Washington Commanders are 2-1, traveling to Atlanta Falcons. Marcus Mariota's getting his second start in a row. Okay, I think he's good for 3 starts a season. He's about to get a second start. He'll be good this week. Okay. A lot of people are feeling Atlanta Falcons as a favorite because Jaden Daniels is out and Terry McLaurin's out. I just don't think those guys are that big of an impact, man. I think this offense is based on sound principles, and it's not based around all that talent. Okay, so I got Washington going to Atlanta, win this game 23-20 in an upset on paper. 43 total points being scored. DraftKings does not agree with me. They have Atlanta win this game by 2.5. But I say I don't think so. I don't think Atlanta wins by 2.5. I don't think Atlanta wins. Atlanta got smacked by Carolina Panthers last week. I got this game going to Washington on the money line. It's going to be a big payday for whoever takes that. Over-under is going to be 43.5. I say it goes under. I think Washington's going to come out and ground and pound with a running game. They're going to do short passing screens, keep it short, air raid this thing, and win this game. Okay, we go to 3-1. Philadelphia Eagles at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay has been solid. They're not balanced. Baker Mayfield's been winning last-minute games week after week after week. I think that run's going to be over against Philadelphia. Philadelphia's going to come and ground and pound with Saquon Barkley. Jalen Hurts has got some stuff to prove in terms of the passing game. It will be a tough game. I think Philadelphia gets Tampa Bay their first loss of the season. They're both 3-0 right now. I think Philadelphia gets Tampa Bay their first loss of the season in Tampa Bay at home. So Philadelphia's on the road. I have Philadelphia winning this game 24-20, 44 total points being scored. DraftKings agrees with me. They have Philadelphia Eagles at 3.5-point favorite and 43.5 points. I say it goes over, and I have Eagles on the money line. I don't know if they'll win by 3.5, but I think they'll win for sure. Okay. Carolina Panthers, New England Patriots. These are all 1 o'clock games, y'all. Carolina Panthers are 1-2. New England Patriots are 1-2. Carolina Panthers blew up all over Atlanta last week, so they had some momentum coming in this game. But the Patriots, I believe, are better than Atlanta. It's hard to say that. I think they are, though. I think they're a better coach. I think they have more talent. Okay, maybe not on offense, but overall, they have a better defense. So Drake May's pretty good. I say at New England wins this game 24-20, 44 total points being scored. Carolina Panthers. Okay, so DraftKings has New England winning by 5.5 over Carolina. I think Carolina will keep it closer than that. I got Carolina losing 24-20. So if I was going to bet on this, I would bet on the Carolina Panthers and the money line. Money line, no in the points, no money line. I think they're going to lose the game 24-20. But I would go with them on the points. I think they'll keep it closer to 5.5 points. Okay. Next, last 1 o'clock game, LA Chargers 3-0 against the 0-3 New York Giants. Okay, it seems like this is not going to go well, but let's see what happens. LA Chargers come in, they're going to ground and pound, they're going to move the ball. Justin Herbert's going to have a big game. They will probably give up some yards to the New York Giants and Jackson Dart, but I do think that the Chargers will win this game 25-18 in New York, 43 total points. And according to DraftKings agrees. They have the Chargers at 6.5-point favorite. 43.5 is the total, is the over-under. I say it goes under because I think Chargers want to ground pound this game, just get this win and get out of there. And I think it's going to go money line LA Chargers. Although I think the Giants will play better with Jackson Dart. 4:05 p.m. Jacksonville Jaguars are 2-1. San Francisco 49ers are 3-0. Okay, San Francisco's 3-0, but they've won by like 1 point every week. They're just going to eking out wins. Okay, what's going to happen here? I think Jacksonville. If it was in Jacksonville, Jacksonville will win this game. But I think on the road, San Francisco can keep eking out wins. Okay, they're 3-0, and they're going to go to 4-0. They're going to win this game at home, 24-22. Total points being scored 46. Okay, the DraftKings agrees with me. They have San Francisco at 3.5 points as a favorite. They have total points 46.5. I think this goes under, and I think Jacksonville covers the spread. I think they will lose, but by less than 3.5 points. It'll be a 2-point game in my mind, and I would bet on the Jacksonville Jaguars and take that loot home. Okay, that's your payday right there. Indianapolis Colts are 3-0 against LA Rams. They're 2-1. Okay, I got Indianapolis Colts coming in. They've been explosive on offense. They've been solid on defense. They've been beating up on bad teams, except for Denver, but they just barely beat Denver. Rams have been beating on everyone except for the Philadelphia Eagles. They can't beat the Eagles. I think on the road, the Colts will struggle against the Rams. I think they'll be exposed for some of their weaknesses, which they have some. I think the Rams win this game 27-23 in LA. DraftKings agrees with me. They got LA Rams 3.5-point favorites. Over or under 49.5. I got Rams on the money line. I said there's no way the Colts win this game. But I think it will be within 4 points, okay, which is outside the line. So I would not go points with the Colts on that, okay? All right, 4 o'clock game. We got Chicago Bears who are 1-2 against Las Vegas Raiders who are 1-2. Bears had a good week last week. Raiders have been struggling since they beat the Patriots in week 1. I think it's going to be a message of offensive futility. It's going to be a struggle to watch this game. I think the Raiders will win this game because they have a better run game and Ashton Jeanty. They'll win this game 25-24 over the Bears. 49 total points being scored. The DraftKings says Raiders are 1.5-point favorites. Bears 1.5-point underdogs. I am taking the Bears on the points on the betting line. I'm taking Bears on the points. I think the Raiders win the game, but I do think the Bears will cover the 1.5-point spread. That's not a very big spread. What do I mean there? I mean, I think the Bears might win the game. I don't see how they can win it, but they might win the game. And it'll be at least within 1 point. And I think that means they're going to win the game. But I just don't see how they're going to do it. Over under 47.5, and this game goes over. Okay, Baltimore Ravens 1-2, Kansas City Chiefs 1-2. One of these teams will be 1-3 after being a Super Bowl favorite. Baltimore Ravens come in better running game. Lamar Jackson, the defense has struggled mightily. Kansas City Chiefs have struggled to get the offense in order, and the defense has also struggled mightily. I think the Chiefs will come out and play a little better than the Ravens at home. I think the Ravens on the road will struggle a little bit. Derrick Henry basically has been dominant, but keeps fumbling. I think the Chiefs will take advantage of that, and they will win this game 25-24. It'll be 49 total points. DraftKings does not agree with me. They got the Ravens win this game by 2.5. Chiefs losing by 2.5. 49.5 is the over-under. I say Chiefs win, and 49 total points. And this would be your big payday because I got Chiefs on the money line for the upset. Is it really an upset? No, the Ravens never beat the Chiefs, man. That's the thing. Okay, so even though they're favored, even though on paper it looks like Baltimore's a better team, they never beat the Chiefs. It's a mental thing. Chiefs will win this game on the money line, and that'll be your big payday right there. Okay, tonight, 8:20 p.m., Sunday Night Football, Green Bay Packers 2-1 at Dallas Cowboys 1-2. Green Bay Packers coming off that loss to Cleveland, so anything can happen, really. But Micah Parsons is making his comeback to Dallas. He's going to blow up the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to get ugly, I think. Defensively, but I think Dallas will challenge Green Bay. I think Green Bay is not as sound as they look. I got Green Bay winning this game in Dallas 27-21, 48 total points being scored. DraftKings agrees a 6.5-point favorite for Green Bay. I think Green Bay will win on the money line. It may be closer than 6.5, but also you might get completely blown up by Michael Parsons for the Dallas offense. Boom. Monday Night Football, we got two games. 7:15 tomorrow night. We got New York Jets at 0-3 and Miami Dolphins 0-3. What a tantalizing Monday Night Football matchup. 0-3 and 0-3, okay? The line, no. Let's talk about it. I think Miami's a more sound team. New York Jets are okay. They're getting tougher. They got Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields will get knocked out of this game. I think Tua Tagovailoa will get knocked out of this game. I think we're going to end this game with backup quarterbacks. And I got Miami win this game 24-21. I think there's the better team. 24-21, 45 total points being scored. DraftKings agrees they have the Dolphins at 2.5-point favorites. In total, the over-under is 44.5. I'm taking Miami on the money line, and this game's going to go over slightly. All right. Some defensive touchdowns from Miami, potentially. Okay. All right. 8:15, we got the Cincinnati Bengals, who are also beat up at 2-1, going to Denver Broncos, who's, emotionally beat up after being beaten by the Colts. I think the Bengals got stomped last week by the Minnesota Vikings. I think they'll make adjustments, and I think they'll come into Denver. Denver is struggling to get a foothold. They got some injuries. I think the Bengals will come out with their offense, and they will pull this victory off. They'll pull an upset 24-21 at Denver. 45 total points being scored. The line says Denver's 8.5-point favorite, so this would be a huge upset. And I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be a huge upset. And I got the Bengals win this game by 24-21. I would take the Bengals with the points still, though. I'm not 100% confident. I'd take them with the points. Over under 44.5 is going to go over that. I would take Bengals with the points over Denver. Okay, so we'll see how it turns out. That is our NFL analysis, our pregame analysis and predictions and betting guide. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see how it goes. And remember, for more football scientific, subscribe, like the video. Last Word on Sports, check out my articles on Buffalo Bills, Last Word on Sports website. And then also check out CFLNewsHub.com for CFL News. Okay, we'll have CFL game reviews and power rankings coming up in the near future. Football scientific, the portal is now closed.